Okay, how many people here flew in last night? Okay, so I'm feeling sympathy with you all. No matter what time I get to sleep, I didn't get to sleep early last night at all. I got in quite late. I always wake up at about 3:30 in the morning. So I'm laying there in my hotel room thinking, I'm just going to lay here and try and rest. And it never works. So just to give you some sense of what I'm feeling like right now, I'm past the caffeine high. I've had an excellent lunch. But I did fly in really late last night and get up at 3 in the morning.
You got 4 more minutes.
I better hurry up then. I've been spending the last couple of years in this SDN in networking space. And this slide will tell you a little bit about me. I've been spending a lot of time talking to people about networks and programming and what they think about it. So this is what the business thinks. And when does the business want it? They want it now. Actually, when I normally say that, people in the audience say, actually, no, that's not true. They wanted it last week or last month or even last year. What business definitely wants is a hell of a lot more than you probably have the capacity to deliver. So, another insight, and it's not a hugely amazing insight, except it's an insight that comes from several decades ago, before we took this kind of thing for granted. Everything that can be automated will inevitably be automated. And this is becoming increasingly true. So what do people say when they think about that? We need this thing called SDN without having any clear idea why. What for, you might ask them. What do you need SDN for? Because I have funding for a project that's got to be called SDN. I have funding for a project that's about network automation. Therefore, I need this thing. Tell me what it is. It's not quite that simple. So, it is open something, or it's SDN, or it's Starflow, or it's an API, or it's DevOps, or maybe it's Python, or scripts, or something like that. And I don't have space on this slide for all the possible acronyms, buzzwords, or other ideas that people throw at us. Whatever. At the end of the day, they just want it automated. And most people really, really don't care which specific acronym, technological concept, programming language, or whatever you're throwing at it. They just need the automation. This is what people are driving towards. And why do they need the automation? Because things get cheaper, quality gets higher, time delivery gets shorter, productivity goes up. Automation drives all of these things in every industry, and it's the same in ours. And this is what the business needs. This is what they want. And it's not as if that hasn't been done before. We've talked a lot about DevOps in the server space already. It's clearly been done. People have taken very complex environments with lots of variability in them, and they've automated it. People have gone from one sysadmin for 100 servers to one sysadmin for 1,000 servers to one sysadmin for 10,000 servers. It's been done. So, say to people in IT, why can't the networking dudes do this? Why indeed? What do networking dudes say? Well, if I do it, will I still have a job? We've heard a lot about that today, but it's very true. The first question I get asked when I go and give some training or a talk, it's not about the technology, not about the concepts, but will I still have a job if I do this? And this is not new. I mean, the idea of automation per se is not new. We've clearly had network management systems for quite a long time, so we've certainly been here before. But what is new is the business demand. So, buying a new switch costs thousands of some unit of currency or other. Changing an OSS costs millions. Millions invested in OSS, especially in the service provider space. One of the questions we had earlier. So, what are people going to optimize for? What are they actually looking here? Are they looking for a bigger, faster, better switch? Or are they looking for a way of integrating the network infrastructure into what they've already invested in? They're going to optimize for the ability to invest what they've already invested in OSS infrastructure. It's the automation and the ability to support automation that's driving buying decisions now. So, what do people want? A consistent API would be great. 2 APIs people can cope with. no APIs, they can't. If you don't have an API in your infrastructure, if you don't have that basis for automation, it isn't going to work anymore. It's just not interested. Can't use it, can't automate it, it isn't useful. So, what have we got? Before, people used to ask about RFCs. Now they want to know if you have an API. Before, they want to know what your cost per port was. Now they want to know if you support a DevOps framework. They used to want to know if you fix that bug in iOS, or do you support my favorite CLIs? Can I configure it via an API? Have you fixed that bug in the API? Is that feature supported by a CLI? Does that feature have an API? That is what people want to know in this space. Thank you.